it goes intermittent, let me know. Hello, everyone. We're live. I'm hoping we stay live. If you've seen any of my lives recently, they've gone really intermittent. Laura, so far, have I broke up?
No, we're good. We're good.
Gosh. Right. So welcome to my safe space. My name's Jay. I'm Jay, the soul coach. I host a platform which is it's a well-being platform. It covers what I like to consider absolute health, which is your mind, your body, and your soul. It's looking at you in your completion and ways that you can exercise and practice to keep yourself, in layman's, feeling good in the different areas of your life. And one of the things I do is a 10-day fast, which I host 4 times a year. And recently, we've just completed the first one of 2025, and I'm welcoming back the lovely Laura for a podcast. This ain't going to be long-winded, people, so trust me when I hand over to Laura, it's worth listening. This is punchy as anything. For those of you out there that are struggling just a little bit, you might not want to admit, but deep down, you know, no, actually, yeah, I'm struggling with weight, with my mental health, with anxiety, with loneliness, with all the real things that you might not really want to admit, but you are struggling with. Then these are the stories that are worth listening to because they're real. So we're only going to be about 10-15 minutes of your time, but please listen up to what Laura has to say. This is the second part of this series because Laura's definitely going to be going on the journey with me. It started, as you'll hear from Laura, last summer. And I'm going to hand over to Laura because Laura just completed that fast, and that's her 3rd one. So now, Laura, please give us an update. How you doing? What's going on?
Right. So, yeah, we've just completed my 3rd one. I think I done my very first fast last summer. And that was through, my brother had made contact with yourself and he said how he got into the... Big up to me, Reg. Yeah, he started breathing on the platform as well, and he's saying like he'd done a fast, he'd done really well. So I jumped on one last summer. I completed that, and I'd never in my life did I think I would ever say I didn't eat for 10 days. I struggled with my weight. I'd been on every diet known to man. I'd bought every book. I mean, if you added up the amount of money I'd spent, it was crazy. So I'd done my first fast and I was like, right, I feel amazing. Like, this is great. And then we sort of stopped and I was like, oh, and then I've started to notice all my bad habits creeping in. And I thought, you know, I didn't want to put all that good work into it and then, you know, fall off a cliff. So I reached out to yourself and you just had introduced the 28-day overall health kick. So I jumped on that, absolute game changer. And then at the end of the 28 days, we then jumped into another 10-day fast. Again, amazing. And this, so just 2 weeks ago, I finished my 3rd one. And I feel amazing. And I'm so glad that now we're going to be doing them 4 times a year. And I think this time as well, because since last summer to now, overall, where I've done 3 fast, a 28-day, and we're also getting up I get up at 5 o'clock every morning now with Jay, Monday through to Friday. It's all coming together, and it was interesting because overall I've lost 3 stone in completion from last summer to now. Brilliant. And now people are like starting to notice it. They're like, wow, you look amazing, you know. People at work, and I was out with my friends last week and I was like, well, what you been doing? So I was sort of touching base with all the friends, and I said to him, you know, it's not, obviously I needed to lose the weight, that no shadow of a doubt, but I think it was how I felt personally. Like, I felt super happy, supercharged. You know, I feel like I've got a plan of action. I know what I'm doing next. You know, I'm jumping again on in May. I'm continuing my exercise, and I'm just in a really, really good place. And I think after a fast, something changes in me every time. Everyone's different. It's different every time. You get your different challenges every time, but something slightly changes in you, whether it be you drink less, or you avoid eating certain carbs, or you start to crave healthier foods. And also, it's silly, you start missing juicing as well. You know, juice is a big part of my life, and I still will say it at Christmas because we've done that full juicing in November.
Yeah.
I once got ill when my whole entire family hit the deck with that flu bug that went round, and I absolutely believe it was because I was juicing through the whole of November. So yeah, all these different things. It's just making me a better version of myself, and I I feel really, really great. And it was interesting enough because people are talking about fasting a lot more now on the TV. And I stumbled across, and I was telling the ladies, look, I don't just do this for weight. You know, there's people out there saying if you complete 1 7-day fast, water fast, the likelihood is you could reduce your chance of getting cancer by 60-70%. And I was like, well, it's a no-brainer. Like, I'm definitely doing this 4 times a year. You know, I want to see my daughter get married. I want to see, you know what I mean? I don't want to get ill. So if that means doing this just to, you know, keep my chances a lot lower, of course I'm going to do it. Where do I sign? I think everyone should do it. It's just, for me, it's a complete no-brainer.
It really is, mate. And you've touched on everything there, because the thing is, before I started fasting, the reason I first looked into fasting was because of health reasons for someone with cancer. So it was very much health related anyway, and it came into my fields of vision through, I was continuously watching stuff on alternative treatments to cancer. Now, that is not going conspiratorial level. I'm talking about natural things like lushwood extracts and mistletoe therapy. There's all these different approaches that aren't necessarily what we get told about. So obviously, with something like that, with your health being so serious, as many options as you can offer someone, the better, right? Now, it doesn't mean people have to subscribe to it, but it's worth at least knowing if you're in a tight situation with your health, especially with cancer, because that. And just in case people don't know, I actually work with people with cancer. I'm not just talking from a book. I'm talking from being privileged enough to experience that. It came into my realms that fasting, and you can find now online so many, not just case studies from people that have fasted and got over cancer, and not just cancer, many other forms of ailments and diseases. But the levels of the people that have been juicing in regards to the instant overall healing state you put your body in, it's irrefutable. It's like, it's not an idea, it's logic. It's all based in logic. And this is the important thing with the fast, because whilst you're fasting, we've talked about this before, you're still battling, isn't you? Because you get up, it's not just the fasting now. Through the fast, this time round, you did a 10-day fitness plan from day one of the fast. And that is, by the way, people, that is getting up, as Laura said, she's breathing, she's doing her ECS breathing to get her body oxygenized, 6 o'clock, Monday to Friday every morning. So before she's even moved out the house, she's done a breathwork exercise to get her body completely oxygenized. And again, you can look into the benefits of that. It's not woo-woo to just feel nice. That's just a bonus. It's what it does to you physically. And then from there, she'll do between 40 to 50 minute either HIIT or strength workout every morning with a wonderful group of people. Shout out to the 6 a.m. nutcases, all of yous, actually. And with a wonderful group of people, with myself, and it is proper training. I'm not saying it's SAS, however, for each of us that are doing it, we train to the maximum of our abilities, and doing that while she was on the fast as well, that only strengthens that. What it does for your body anyway, the fast, in regards to the state of the body, the states where your body goes into, because of course it starts using the energy for other things other than breaking down food, which are way more beneficial. It's one of them things, when you said it, which you articulated it better, was it's a no-brainer. Like, look at what it does. Like, just look at that and then consider it. Do you know what I mean?
We've notched it up now, because with the recent changes now, when people go on the fast, you're getting so much, because we're getting training in the morning, you've got breath work, you've got coaching, the 4 pillars. You know, we're all in it together. The WhatsApp group is hilarious, you know, and we all cross the line together, and it's almost emotional. Like, we all get so emotional about it, because we're coming from all walks of life, all different countries, you know what I mean? And we all really superly come together as one. And I think that is such a brilliant thing. So I guess, I know myself, I've tried fasting, and I've tried to do it outside of the platform before. Obviously, I met you, Jay. I'd be lucky if I make 24 hours. But, you know, smashing it as a team every time, you know, and each time the team grows, gets bigger. Yeah, it's almost like we're all becoming like a little family online, and that's great. It's great.
It is. And for the record, there will be coming soon a retreat, 10-day retreat fast in Spain. I'm literally,
Wow, I'm definitely on that.
yeah, that is something that I dropped this to, shout out to Claire and to Reg. I dropped this to Claire a while back. I said, because now I've got someone. Anyway, I don't want to go off topic, but anyway, that's in the pipeline. That is in the pipeline for sure. So, and I've got a venue. I would say one thing: this venue's in the mountains. It's got this structure built into a mountain that's got. It's a postcard. You know, when you look on a postcard and you go, "Oh, I'd love to go, be standing there and just sit." It's that on this. That the sun comes up over it, goes down. Like it's just one of these magical places. So you can imagine doing breath work and whatnot up on that platform in a workout. So yeah, that's in the pipeline. For you to close this off, there is, as you've mentioned, there's another fast coming up in May. So a couple of things is, first of all, where you are now, because this journey then from last summer, we're coming up to summer. So you're nearly a year into this journey that you, like we said before, made a decision of like, Jay, look, I need something more. I need to keep this going, because you knew the importance of momentum. You knew that I need this to keep going, Jay, for me to achieve it. So firstly, what's the goal? What's the goal? And then why did you just finishing up with why you recommend the fast in May, and then we'll close this off, and then we've got around that 15-minute mark. Over to you. Are you there? Law? Oh, you're joking. Did it freeze? You're joking. Oh, we got so far as well. Well, if this is still live, right? If this is still live, I'm going to close this off now, because obviously it was meant to close off at that point, and say thank you to Laura. The next fast is on the 8th of May. If you fancy it, there's a link in the description to this video, which has got the My Safe Space details on it. And please reach out. You can get me on Instagram as well, Jay the Soul Coach on Instagram. And if you just want to ask some questions as well and just find out a little bit more, I can send you through so much digestible information, which will at the very least, make you think, do you know what? It might be worth just 10 days. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard, but the benefits far outweigh the difficulty of it, or at least make it worthwhile. So thank you very much. Send you all good health and happiness. I don't even know if this bit's recorded. Have a good one. Press end.